Alright, it's July 8th. I'm going to do what I actually said I would do a couple months back. And I'm going to walk through making breakfast. Since I don't have a stand for my phone, which I use as a camera, I'll see if I can do all this one-handed. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Maybe I just get really frustrated. So, here we go. Alright, so I have my wood. A lot of times I'll carry some wood with me just in case it rains, like it did last night. I have my stove. I have a pot. I've already put some water in it. This is petroleum jelly, but what I did actually night before last was that I took my pot and melted container of petroleum jelly and then put 100 cotton balls in it, and then use those cotton balls and put them into a couple of these petroleum jelly containers. And the cotton balls that I didn't have in the pot, I squished down and squeezed, and so each of these has petroleum jelly in it, but it's not just a lump of petroleum jelly. So it's good for fire starting. Now, what's also really good for fire starting, and if you let me open this up, so you see in here, and you have, each of those. What also is good for fire starting is this is what we called fat pine, but now is tenderwood and or heartwood, or fuel wood, or I don't know what all. But we use this fat pine back in Louisiana. So I splinter off some wood from it. So this is a whittled down piece that used to be like that. And this is longer than I usually do it, so I'm probably going to break it in half and put one in and then use the other one as a match. I wanted to take put the oatmeal, and I'm going to put it in my cup, and then I'm going to get a scoop of peanut butter with my spoon and put that in there, and when the water is boiling, I'll pour it in there. So I think I've covered all the steps. So let's see how well we can do this one-handed. It may be that I'll have to do a series of videos. Let's see. One where I figure out how to do this. So we pull that out. This is a BioLite, and you put that into here, slide it in, and then when you lock the leg, it locks the So there's a battery in here. There's a fan. Hello? I am camped right here on the trail. But it is along the ridge, so there's not really a whole lot of getting off the trail on this one. So you want to have this end downwind of this end, otherwise you end up getting little char marks. Although I think this one happened not so much, it was just that, well, I didn't do it exactly, but I think the wind was shifting. But this thermocouple, when the fire's heating it, will heat it, and the pressure differential, the temperature differential, will charge a battery in here. And then the battery is what runs the fan. And I have a button here to turn the fan. There's a low speed and a high speed. High speed is for larger pieces of wood. After you've gotten, well, if you want to, have a hotter fire or a hotter fire. But both of them actually make a hot fire. And then down here, there's a USB port. All right, so you can charge devices. Although I haven't found that to be the most efficient way of doing it. And you can actually, when there's a light bar here that is generally, it generally starts off as orange. When you're at a really efficient fire ratio, it'll actually be pure green, and at that point is when it'll charge a device. All right, So we've got that in there. I really want to prop this up. Let's see if we can prop it up here.